What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are in Madera, California. Y'all know we were home last night, but as you saw, parked in the front because we took off first thing this morning. Grabbed that from the dealership right outside, the one right by my house, and we got this load down to Fresno. Ran out of time. We're about 25 miles or something like that away from the drop, but as far as the timing, I mean, it was 8 o'clock by the time we got this far, so there was no way they were going to be open. We're going to get this one dropped, and then going to fly within the legal speed limit home, direct path, straight shot as fast as we can legally, because Donner's Pass is supposed to get plowed tomorrow. Over Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I think Tuesday they were saying 25 inches of snow. So I want to get through there before that. They start taking loads at 8 o'clock at the dealership, and at that point, we will get up in time, get there right at 8 o'clock, get this unit dropped, and turn and burn. Should have enough diesel to get back up to that. Yeah, we should have enough to get back up to that that place that's got it for like a dollar something. It was really cheap. I got 85 gallons for $140 or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it was a great deal. We'll definitely be hitting that one again. And then it's time for a reset. That's the other thing. Another reason that we're moving fast. So right now we have 12 hours and 12 hours and 50 minutes, 12 hours and 45 minutes, something like that, to left on our cycle. So by the time we get down, drop the trailer, get it turned in, that should take us to just a hair under 12 hours ish, and it's just over 11 hours home, so says the Google box. So we do not really have time to screw around. Then we'll do a reset, pick up our next trailer, which ironically, a good friend of mine is on the same route, same pickup, same drop off, so run with someone, that's always a good time. And he should be there Monday evening, which will be perfect because my 34 will be up Monday afternoon, evening. But the important part of this video, 100,312 miles. It's a big milestone for the streetwalker. Not bad for 8 months. Well, not quite. So I bought the truck May 15th, and it kind of sat. May, June, July, it didn't really do much. Did some work around the house, hauled some stuff to the dump that I needed hauled, which kind of getting to that point again. You know, you buy things, you have projects, and you have like all the cardboard boxes. We got a pile going in the garage, so need to do that. And then it did a trip to Oregon, 2 trips to Oregon. One was I was sitting at home. I was unemployed. This was in July, and I was just kind of, or June or July, I don't remember. But I was just sitting at home, bored out of my mind, waiting to start with Horizon, and got a wild hair and filled up the saddlebags on the Harley and threw. This is before I had the tour pack, so I have a really big backpack, stuffed it full of crap, bungeed it down, text my wife at work and said, "Hey, I'm going to Oregon." She goes, "Okay, when?" I said, "Now." had a wild, I'm bored, I'm gonna do this, and it was right about her lunchtime, so I rode over to her lunch, gave her a kiss goodbye, and told her that I had filled up both tanks on the truck, and when she got off work Friday, she should come over and meet me at her parents' house. I was gonna go bounce around Oregon, see all my family, and then go up and meet her and hang out with her parents for the weekend, and that was that. The other one was a club function. We do a ride every summer, and it was for that. And we had all the kids, obviously, so she brought all the kids in this because it got a little bit better mileage than the Hummer. And then it just kind of sat around. I helped a friend move. It was 4 hours away, so that put a little bit of miles on it. And then at 5,100 miles, took off from Idaho Falls, Idaho, where I've done a couple videos there. That's the guy I was helping move, and ran to Wakarusa, Indiana, slapped those on, and that was it. Started working. So it was right around 7,000 miles when I actually started working. That was August 1st. I think today's the 3rd. No, today's the 4th, right? Yeah. Nope, 3rd. Okay. That's weird. My bank app said today was the 4th. So today's the 3rd. And we crossed 100,000 today. So we'll go over a couple things. I love the way those look. But they used to be a lot brighter. There was apparently a recall. People were complaining they were too bright. And when I brought it in for the warranty work, they automatically did the recall and dimmed those down. I don't like it. You can't really tell now because of all the bugs, but there's a lot of rock chips in the front bumper. I don't know. I feel like maybe you could make that a little stronger, do something different with the paint there. I mean, I get, it's 100,000 miles, there's going to be rock chips, but when it's actually clean, there's a lot, and they're bad. So I don't know. I feel like they could do some extra layers of paint or some sort of a protection or something on that. I don't know. The headlights themselves are ridiculously bright. Really happy with those, but that's because it's the Platinum, so you get the upgraded LED lights. The base models are, well, not the base model, but your XLT, your Lariat, your everything below King Ranch doesn't get those LED lights. I don't know if you can option them in. I'm not sure. But that does bring up one other thing. So this has the 360 camera system. So there's a camera right there. There's a camera in each of the mirrors, and there is a camera in the back. So you get that 360 top-down view. Makes it real nice just for knowing exactly where you are, and for parking and getting through tight spots, especially when you're pulling a trailer. So I've used that to to snug up and just hug right around an obstacle so I can swing a trailer through. It's been enjoyable. I figured that parking here I would be away from all of the truck traffic because they're supposed to go in down there. But I guess this is the exit or something. I don't know. Anyway. So that's pretty much it on the front. And then we get the 19.5 tires, which I did that whole video on. I got 97,000 out of the original tires that came in. Well, that's definitely not where you're supposed to go. Good job, bud. We'll see him backing up here in a second. So, got 97,000 out of the original tires, which is great. And you get the wide track front end. What that does, it allows you to turn a lot tighter. I hadn't really paid attention to my Duramax as far as what it would turn, and didn't really notice the difference here. And then I got that the Viper truck and started trying to turn it, and very noticeable difference. Absolutely love having that wide track. Once again, get in and out of tight areas, especially some of the spots that you get into with these. Just picking them up from the yards, they'll stack them. You know, I've gone in and 4 or 5 inches between the trailers, and you got to try and pull out of there, and the aisles are really narrow, so being able to pull out straight much further because I can turn a lot tighter has proven handy. I mean, yeah, you could do it without that, but it's a convenience. You know, it's nice to have. I'm definitely not complaining. On to the inside, you all know the massaging seats, absolutely a must for me. Did not want the panoramic roof, so from right here to right here, so from there all the way up is one giant glass panel. I think I've used it twice. Really could care less. Another benefit to the higher trim package is the adaptive cruise control. Didn't think I would ever want that, didn't think I would care. Now that I've had it for 8 months of work, it's really nice. You set your cruise speed, you set your following distance. Whenever I have a trailer on, I max it out as far as it'll allow me to, which is, I think it's 75 feet, rough guess, maybe more. I know that I have had semis with the 53-foot trailer get in between me and the guy in front of me at the max length, so there's plenty of room. So that's absolutely wonderful. Love having that. Automatic headlights, sure, it's nice, but I don't really care. Automatic wipers, sure, it's nice, but I don't really care. And I've covered it a few times, but for any of you looking at a 2016 to 19 Ford, if you have the, well, you can't see it, but I don't have a handle for the tailgate. There's just a button here, and that's because I have the key fob automatic opening thing. They open themselves. They got that fixed for 2020. I had the recall done, but that caused this. It automatically opened itself while I was pulling a fifth wheel and ripped the front off the fifth wheel, screwed up the tailgate a little bit. Not bad. It still shuts. Doesn't look like it changed any of the body line or anything, but it screwed up the plastic thing. Probably a little probably a little bit of damage underneath. So I took one of the screws out, because there's a whole bunch of them all the way across. You can kind of see there. I took one out, got a little bit longer screw in the same diameter, and attached this log chain, which hooks onto the cargo tie down thing. So if you do pop it, it only opens about that far. I've had the recall done. I don't need that chain there, but I'm used to having it. It's something I automatically do and undo every time I need to get into the bed for whatever, and just kind of habit. I'm used to it, and it's a fail-safe. Definitely don't want to do that again, because that cost me $1,500. Stereo's great. Kind of ridiculous, actually, but sometimes it's nice to just kind of jam out a little. Again, it's the B&O stereo, and it comes on the higher trim levels. Other than that, it's basically a truck. I've gone over the few things that make it special. I know most of you have come over from Tow Piglet, and it's very unfortunate that he released that huge review the day before I did mine. But it is what it is. Welcome to YouTube, right? I knew I wanted to wait until I crossed 100,000 to do mine, which was a few hours ago. So, anyway, other than that, the trucks, his truck and mine, they're almost identical. I have the Sync 3 system. I'm pretty sure he does too. I use the Apple CarPlay, so I have no complaints about the stereo. I know he doesn't like to use it. Personal choice. I use the CarPlay, especially since they did that update where you can split it and your GPS goes onto the screen for the stereo, and that leaves your phone available to do whatever else you want it to. So I will put my GPS route in, and I'll turn on my Spotify, and then I'll open the Keep Truckin' app on my phone so I can see where truck stops are, kind of plan, because you can say, oh, I'm going to make it to this truck stop and do my 30-minute, I'm going to make it to this truck stop, and then I'm going to stop for the night. Well, we all know there's traffic, there's accidents, there's weather, things happen. So having that app running, and you can zoom out a little and you can see about 100 miles all the way around you, and that gives you the opportunity to kind of replan. You don't have to really touch anything. You're not taking your eyes off the road. You're not messing around with your phone, and it allows you to keep an eye on what's going on, or where you have the ability to stop, which is really convenient. As far as the fuel, I've talked about using that app that shows the huge discounts on the fuel. That's just want to make sure the phone didn't shut off again, since we've been going for quite some time. That's with the EFS app. That I do before I take off. I open the price locator and I find, okay, I know I want to stop here for fuel, just because the price change, that's not going to change as far as your weather, your everything. That's not going to affect the price, and you know how far you can make it on what you have. So try and find the best fuel price within the area where you need to stop. Kind of a better way to go about it, so you know where you're going, and you can put that in your GPS or your destination, whatever. But I completely derailed myself. Squirrel. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Nothing real crazy. I do have the 6-speed transmission, and my only complaint is that when you're in tow haul mode, it really hangs the gears. It'll go all up 3,000, 3,500 RPM, and it'll sit there, and then finally it'll shift. I'm sure it's doing that for some sort of a safety reason. It senses you're on incline, doesn't want to shift, or I don't know. It's annoying. but I'm sure the transmission is smarter than I am as far as what it needs and what it wants. So, why do we keep saying this is a $100,000 truck? Well, my total out-the-door price was $102,000 because I had a blown-up Duramax that I owed $24,000 on. So, I didn't get a whole lot for trade-in. This was stickered at $86,000. After a couple months of going back and forth, I got 77 out the door, tax tag, title, everything. 77,000. That doesn't make sense. It was 77. Maybe that was before taxes. I don't know. It wound up at 102 with my like 20,000 in negative equity. So I guess it was a little more than 77. Maybe the 77 was before taxes. That sounds right. So I got them, you know, nine or 10 grand off of the sticker. Not bad. Not going to complain. Absolutely love the truck. And you all know, if you've been around for a while, that I absolutely, with a passion, hate Fords. Have my whole life. But they've always had the nicest looking truck. And I'll never not own a Ford for work. Absolutely zero complaints. Zero. The only issue I've had is that sensor inside the dash for the AC, which is a common flaw. Once I saw a couple of those videos, I went, I bet that's what's wrong with mine. Turns out it was. But you have to disassemble the whole dash to change it, which is kind of a pain. So, other than that, I've had zero complaints with the truck. I had that death wobble thing once, but I hit a pothole that I thought I ran over a curb. So, if that's my only complaint, is that sensor going out, and I had the death wobble once because I hit a pothole the size of a curb, I'm not going to complain. And like I said, I'll never not own a Ford. They're the work truck. They do an amazing job. So, that's it. 100,000 miles on a $100,000 truck. As always, those of you out on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day.